Some massive breaking news here on AFTV with regards to Declan Rice, and news has come through that today Manchester City have pulled out of the race to sign Declan Rice. They have pulled out, and it's now looking like Arsenal will get their man. Of course, we remember that Arsenal have put in a couple of bids last week. Their second bid, the second bid by Arsenal was for £75 million plus 15 million in add-ons, which took it up to around about £90 million. Then in came Manchester City. We'd known for a while that Manchester City were showing an interest in Declan Rice. Ilkay Gundogan left to go to Barcelona, and then Manchester City made their move. They put in a bid of £80 million plus 10 million in add-ons, which was effectively exactly the same as Arsenal's bid. But apparently the installments were more favourable, and it looked great for them for a while. It was started to look like they would be the favourites to get the deal done. Then yesterday, Arsenal made their move with their third bid of £100 million plus 5 million in add-ons, 105 million in total, which made their bid a record for a British player, and also certainly a record for Arsenal Football Club. And then after that, everybody's been kind of looking at it and say, right, let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see what Manchester City are going to come back with next. Well, news breaking all over the place this morning that they have decided to leave the race. They are not going to bid anymore for Declan Rice. Fabrizio Romano tweeted out, Manchester City will not match Arsenal's bid for Declan Rice. Decision has been made as they are set to pull out of the race under the current conditions. Arsenal were very confident last night, and they remain confident today, working on the structure of the deal with West Ham. And we do know that yesterday there were reports that West Ham was sort of on the deal, didn't kind of like the structure. They weren't too against the actual amount, but they didn't like the structure of the deal, and they wanted that tweaked a bit. And of course, they were waiting on Manchester City. But it looks that we could be coming to the end of this saga. We know that Declan Rice himself, for quite a while, the rumours has been is that he would like to come to Arsenal. He wants to stay in London. He has been convinced by Mikel Arteta and the project, and he wants to come to Arsenal. And if Arsenal can get this one done, it is a major, major coup for Arsenal, for Arteta, for Edu. And it's looking that way now. If Manchester City are out of the race, well, it looks like Arsenal are going to get their man. And I want to know what you guys think about this, because this is huge. This is absolutely massive. Yeah, I mean, a week ago, there were fans in absolute meltdown. I remember doing a live show and there were fans losing it. There were some fans talking about Edu should be sacked, Arteta should be sacked. It's the same old Arsenal. We've done it again. We've lost out on our major target. And I did at that time say, right, listen, let's just take a step back. It's still deals being negotiated. Let's wait and see what happens. Arsenal have come in with their third bid, and it looks like that bid is going to get the job done for Arsenal now that Manchester City have pulled out of the race. Massive, massive news. This, for me, is a big moment for Arsenal Football Club. About 5 years ago, you know, we were an absolute joke, let's be real, in the transfer market. I said on my transfer show this morning that, you know, poor Arsene Wenger must be looking at the sort of money being put out there at the moment and thinking to himself, wow, I mean, if only I had some of that money to spend. But we would typically not even be in the argument for these type of players. There's no way we'd be paying 100 million for players. We wouldn't even pay 50 million for players. We were just not at that table where we were trying to bring in top quality players. But since Mikel Arteta's come in, first of all, he's got rid of the deadwood. And that was a very painful experience. It was really difficult to get rid of some players. There were players that we had to literally pay to leave. He's got rid of all of those players. And now he's adding pure quality to the squad. And that is why we're seeing a much better Arsenal on the pitch. Last year, Jesus, Zinchenko. The year before that, players like Ben White. Now he's adding Declan Rice, and this is going to be an outstanding signing for Arsenal. A lot of money, £105 million, of course, is too much for any player, I feel. But Mikel Arteta said it a few days ago. You have to pay over the odds for quality, and that's what he's having to do. And let's look at Declan Rice. The ceiling is high. He's been brilliant ever since he put on that West Ham United shirt. He's been a leader on the pitch. He led them to their first trophy in donkey's years. He's been an outstanding player for club and for country, and he can get better. He's still only 24, remember. No doubt Arsenal will sign him up in like a 5-year contract, and even if it didn't work out, there'd still be a lot of value left in the player because he's still that young. Great signing this will be for Arsenal, and the sort of signing that can help to transform that midfield area. And also, it's a statement signing for Mikel Arteta. If you're a player right now and Mikel Arteta's approaching you, he can say, listen, look at the players we've got in our team. Saka, Declan Rice. These are quality players. Ben White, come to Arsenal. Be part of this exciting project. Somebody like a Jurriën Timber at the moment is looking at this and thinking, I want to be there. This Champions League football has returned. Arsenal are challenging for titles again. It's just a good moment. So hopefully Arsenal can now sit down with West Ham and get this deal done. West Ham have come out from this brilliantly because they've been able to drive the price up. Remember, Arsenal's original bid was around about 75 million. They've been able to get it up to 105 million. West Ham now just need to negotiate with Arsenal and get this completed. Because remember, West Ham, they're in a situation where they're going to have to find a replacement for Declan Rice, and that won't be cheap because every team that they go to is going to know that they've got £105 million burning in their pocket, and they're going to want a load of it. So West Ham have got to find a replacement. They need to move quickly to do what they're doing. So let's hope that this can get completed ASAP. But the big news today, let me give it to you again. Fabrizio Romano saying that Manchester City will not match Arsenal's bid for Declan Rice. The decision has been made as they are set to pull out of the race at the current conditions. Arsenal are were very confident last night, and they remain very confident today, working on the structure of the deal with West Ham. And as I said, that's just one of multiple reports out there. So big news today. Will Arsenal finally get their man? Guys, make sure you check out my Transfer Daily today. It's a great show. Also, don't forget, Talking Transfers is coming out later on today. I'm going to be speaking to some of the guys and finding out from them what's their thoughts on this whole Declan Rice saga, and how well have Arsenal done in their negotiation for this deal. Listen, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We keep you updated with everything here, and I'll see you very soon. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.